Hey guys, welcome back. And today we start with a very important and rather I would say the bread and butter of Excel. That's formulas and functions. So over the next few days, we are just going to go through what are formulas, what are functions, which are the common functions that you can use, what are the kind of formulas and the operators that are going to be. Yeah. So two significant terms that we are going to look at is formulas and functions. Yeah. Now these are unique ingredients that play with the data set and give you an accurate result in less time. Okay. So Excel formulas are mathematical expressions to compute the integer values, usually defined in a worksheet. Now, functions. So the difference between formulas is you are majorly mathematical expression, okay, to compute on integers. Functions are built-in formulas in Microsoft that evaluate complex mathematical and statistical problems. Okay, not even statistical. They deal with text, date, mathematical triggers, even the financial ratios and all. Yeah, so you will come across a lot of built-in functions which you can use for a daily work. Yeah. So before jumping on to any kind of formulas, let me show you where it exactly resides. So when I'm talking about formulas, uh, on the ribbon, on the Excel ribbon, you get a tab called formulas. Yeah. So this is formulas. And here is what we get various functions or group of functions that you can use for a formula. We'll go through them one by one, how we can troubleshoot formulas, how we can deal with them. We can subsequently go through each and every options that are available when we are looking through the built-in functions. Okay. So this is the place where you'll dig in to get all your formulas. Yeah. So just to give you a quick overview, this particular insert function is used to insert of any formula at a given cell. So if I want to insert any kind of formula over here in D2, I'll just click insert function and you will get all the formulas which are recently used. Then you can get into the various uh, formulas or functions that are inbuilt functions that are available as per the data type that you're looking out for or kind of functionality that you're looking at. So if I'm looking out to do some statistical analysis, I will use the statistical formulas like average, mean, count. Yeah. If I want to do some formulas which are related to text, so I can click on text and get all the formulas which are related to text. So if I want to get the length, make it lower, upper, yeah, we'll go through this formula functions. So these are built-in functions of Excel. So you can add those functions from insert function. Subsequently, parallelly, they have what this Excel gives us is there are quick functions from where you can get here. So if I have to do an auto sum, so I'll just click on here and it will give you the auto sum here. Yeah. And if I click on average, it will give me the average of the entire thing that I want to do. Yeah. So recently used formula functions, these are financial functions. So whatever we saw earlier through this particular window can be accessed from here as well, from the library of functions. So a library can be accessed by clicking on the insert function. So this is the entire library. Yeah. You can search for a particular function as well. So if I want to search for a len function, yeah, and I say go, it will show me all the len functions that are available. Yeah, right now I'll not get into it. So this is a library of functions. Next is the important thing that you need to look at is how you can audit a formula. Yeah, so if I have to debug a formula where it is an error, or if I want to trace precedence, so if I have given a formula and I want to trace from which particular column or which particular cell it has been coming from, you can get it from here. So this particular formula auditing group is used to troubleshoot a formula. We'll go through that. And lastly is the calculation part. So if you want to do the calculation on this sheet, or if you have you also have various options for how you want the calculation to be, whether you want to do it automatic or you want to be annual. Correct. By default, it is on automatic. Yeah. So this is the entire formula tab that you'll deal with when you are using formulas or inbuilt functions of Excel. Okay. Now, coming back to what we started is, let's start it a bit simple. So one more thing that we need to check is the formula bar here. So this is the formula bar where you can access the various type of formula. So if I click on this FX, which is available here, so let me just point out. So this is the FX where if I click on here, so it is supposed to give me the same window that I had opened earlier. Okay. If I click on this down arrow, I can further open the window. Yeah. So this is the formula bar. So whatever formulas you uh, type in this particular cells or in the Excel environment will be shown here. Okay. So let's quickly understand how to add a simple formula. Yeah. So suppose I want to sum the total targets. So I want to sum the total target. So usually while entering any kind of formula, yeah, so we start with an equal to sign. So I have to type equal to, either I enter any formula or function. I have to start with X, is equal to sign. So that Excel understands, okay, I'm entering a formula. And if I want to sum the targets, I will say sum, which is a building function, and I'll select what I have to sum. That's it. Yeah. Or there's another way. So if I have to sum the target, suppose I want to find the percentage of achievement that I have done against a target. So I'll say is equal to actuals divided by target. That gives me 94%, and I can change the formatting to percent. And I can copy this same formula from here by saying Control C, and I paste it here, Control V. So I have the percentage achievement for each of the salesperson over here. Yeah. So this is a basic thing how we enter a formula. Yeah. So either you do it by using operators like this divide operator that I have used, or you use a building function like this, what I've used to do the summing of all the targets. Because using operators, yes, I can sum this as well using, suppose I want to get the sum of all the targets. So I can do it this way as well. So it's equal to this plus. So I'm using an addition operator. So plus, oh, sorry, plus B3. Yeah. Let me 3 plus B4 plus B5. Yeah, you can see I am able to get the same output as I have got using a function. Yeah. And here using the operator. Yeah. But function would be a better way if you have large amount of data where you want to sum. You cannot have individual additions being done. Okay. So what we understood here is from where you can access the formulas. There is a difference between formulas and functions. So formulas is used mostly for integers, plus, minus, or you have to do some addition, subtraction using the operators. And uh, functions are built-in functions of Excel, which you can immediately use to do some calculations or any kind of analysis you want. Yeah. So how to make formulas auto update in Excel? So if I want to update a formula, yeah, uh, to auto update in Excel, what I can do is, as I showed you, I have this particular place where I have added the actuals worker target versus actual achievement percentage. So I'll say percent achieved. Now I want to drag this. I would have copied it and pasted it. I have done it the earlier this way only. But suppose I want to drag it down till the last row, probably it is till 1000th row. What I can do is I can come here and you can just see there is a small, if you go to this cursor, you will find this small dot which is available at the corner of the cell. Right hand side, bottom corner of the cell, you have this small dot. If I hover my cursor over this pointer, you'll see my cursor uh, icon changes. So this is plus sign, but if you go over to that particular cell, it changes into a different icon. You can see there is a difference in icon that happens. So as soon as I get on this icon and I double click using this icon on the corner of the cell, it automatically copies this formula for all the rows. So it automatically copies the entire formula till the end. Yeah. Another way, what you can do is I can just have it here. I go to formulas. Yeah. I go to calculation options. Yeah. And click on calculation option. I'll say automatic. Yeah. From the drop down list. After that, I select the plus sign and just fill this till the last row that I have seen. But this will not work if I change it to manual. So if I see this is manual and if I try to drag this, yeah, it is not updating. You can see the percentages are different. It is 95% only. It is not changed at all. Yeah. But if I make it automatic, you find the percentages have changed. So it has calculated. Since it was not calculating earlier, hence it was not showing me the percentages properly. Yeah. So if I say I keep it manual once again in the calculations option, I change it to 4 lakhs now here. Yeah. The percentage has not changed, but if I make it automatic, you see the percentage changed to 73%. Yeah. So this calculation option has to be automatic in order to change this formulas instantly when you are calculating certain things. Yeah. Manual would not execute those formulas, but then you have to manually do the calculations or execute them individually at each cell. That's the catch that you need to have a look at. Now, suppose I have this again, I keep it to manual, yeah, and I drag this entire thing till here. So it is 73%, but I'll say calculate now. So you see, it automatically calculates. So if it is a manual, you want to calculate the various formulas that you have put or functions that you have added to your Excel sheet. And if it is manual, you can use the calculate now function or the command over here. So this calculate now command on the formulas ribbon would help you to calculate the formulas immediately. Yeah. Now you'll ask, why do we need this? You can just keep it to automatically. Now, at times what happens is this 4 rows are pretty simple. You can just quickly get them calculated. But at times what happens is, as per my experience, I've been creating a lot of heavy models on Excel. whenever you add formulas, you change models in Excel, it consumes a lot of memory, a lot of processing power to do all these calculations. So I prefer keeping it on manual so that it doesn't keep on calculating whenever I change any kind of formula. So once I'm done creating my model, I use calculate now by keeping it on manual. This way, my Excel one runs a bit faster because the formulas are not getting executed at that point of time. Yeah, so that's the only reason people usually keep it on manual when they are doing heavy calculations. But if there are simple calculation, you can just keep it on automatically and it just keep calculate it automatically. Yeah, so pretty simple. So we learned in this session how we can add a function. First of all, how we understood where we need to click or access the formulas in the ribbon. Yeah, that's the formulas tab. Second, we understood the difference between what are formulas and what is functions. Yeah, and how do we enter formulas and how do we copy the formulas. Most of all, how do we keep this automatic and manual options engaged when you're adding formulas or calculating formulas next. Yeah. So this is a quick intro to formulas in Excel. Yeah. Now, when I'm talking about functions, functions are something, as I told you, are built-in formulas in Excel. Now, these functions enable you to greatly enhance the power of your formulas and perform calculations that are difficult if you use only the operators. So in formulas, we use only operators, but that is not quick. As you saw when we created this sum, this was pretty easy for me to write rather than clicking on individual cell and adding an operator in between. That was an addition operator. Imagine if there are lakhs of rows, I cannot keep on selecting each uh, cell and add a plus operator in between. Rather, I'll just do a sum function, use a sum function, yeah, and select the entire row column that I have to add, or select the entire range that I want to add. So functions again are pretty simple. The only thing that you need to know is uh, that you have to have arguments in functions. Yeah, there are some functions which do not have arguments. So function vary in how they are used in arguments. Okay, so you need to understand that functions would vary in how they use arguments to uh, perform a particular task. So depending on what it has to do, a function may use no arguments. So like a function like a date. So if I want to know today's date, so I would say now. Yeah, it gives me date and time. Yeah, so it does not require an argument. Yeah, if I have to turn this name into an uppercase, so it's upper, where I have to give an argument because I need to tell him what I need to convert it into upper. So I need to convert this name into uppercase. So I'll say select an argument and I'll say okay. Yeah, there could be fixed number of arguments. It's like conditional argument, like if, else. Yeah, there could be infinite number of arguments or could be optional arguments. Yeah. So we'll as we go through various formulas, we'll see those arguments or optional arguments or whether we require any argument or not. Yeah. So this is the basic difference between a formula and a function. A formula would require operators wherein it will work on operators that are used, and functions are building functions. You just need to select the right function for your work, and that's it. That's it, done. You do not have to use any operators unless and it is very much required for a particular condition. Yeah. Hope this particular part is pretty clear, where I have introduced you to what is formulas and functions so that we can take it ahead from here. In the next video, next few videos, we'll try to understand what are formulas and what are the various things that are available in formulas that we can use. Okay. So hope I was able to make this clear. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with your colleagues who want to learn Excel. Comment if you want me to cover any of the topics which are very much used in your daily work-life scenarios. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because that's how you are going to get all these videos directly to your inbox. Thank you so much.